All right, welcome everybody. It's going to be a recap here for this Thursday, July 20th, 2023. All right, as you know, this morning I started off with the gold. So we had a gold, had a couple things, only gold and mini Russell. So pretty straightforward on the gold. We did have an entry short, came in around 840, 840, 845. HF2 short on the gold. We did have a target sitting down here. Did get out a little bit later. Took me a while to actually hit this target, which came in right after noon time. But I did finally hit my target and took a profit on the gold. And also the mini Russell. Let's look at that trade as well. Once again, I believe I put that on first thing in the morning. Yeah, here's a trade on the mini Russell. As you know, this morning I had a resting order sitting down here on the mini Russell to sell. I did mention that in the morning. We did finally trigger right on the opening. You can see here we had this nice little push down on the opening. It was an HF2 short. I went ahead and took the HF2 short. Didn't take long, not as long as the gold. Finally did hit my profit target, so I went ahead and got out of that. Made some nice money on the mini Russell. Also had a pretty decent day in stocks. So let's take a look at our stocks. All right, this was actually my best trade of the day. THRX. So let's go back here. Let's look at what I put on originally. Okay, so YANG. Make a note of this. YANG. I put that on. That was my very first trade. It was a buy. I am holding that overnight. So that really didn't do much. So I'm going to carry that into Friday. So YANG. UVIX is also an open position. I am carrying that into Friday as well. UVIX. All right. Third trade I put on was TXRX. This is the one where it did hit my targets and I was able to take a profit. So that entry was an HF1 buy, which, as you know, if you've been following me, you know it's one of my better patterns. I like, and I have four that I'm looking at every morning. So I'm looking at HF1, HF2, HF3, and what we call pairing pattern. So I only have four patterns. So this trading process is very easy. This is the same process I've been using for the last 35 years. The other thing about the way that I trade is these patterns are good in all markets. So I don't care if you're trading Forex or you're a commodity trader, like to trade futures, or if you are a stock trader, patterns are going to be the same across the board, just like Einstein. Einstein, once again, these horizontal lines here are Einstein levels. Every single one of those have a 72% probability of being hit, okay? But keep in mind that the further we go out, the longer it may take to hit that. So me being a scalper, I like to either, if I'm not going to hit that third target pretty quick, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get out either at target 1, 2, or 3. It's once again, it's subjective, and also how long do you want to hold on to the trade. So I did have 4 targets sitting up here. I did have a really high target up here. But on this particular trade, what I ended up doing is once I hit this first target right here, that's where I got out and I took my profit, okay? I didn't want to really hold on much longer, so I went ahead. I had a nice profit. I was sitting pretty nice on TXRX, so I went ahead and I took my profit, okay? Let's look at another trade here. Now, this came in the morning. I'm going to show you my afternoon trade, which was on NOTV. Okay, all of these are put on my watch list. Keep in mind that I do provide these to our subscribers. This was on the afternoon watch list, NOTV. And it did finally set up a nice HF1 buy. I went ahead and I bought NOTV for a nice HF1 buy. I was in this trade here for a couple hours, but it finally did hit my target as we started going towards that, what we call the power hour. So it did finally hit. Nice little profit on NOTV, so made nice money there. So let's take a look at our end of the day results. So one of the things I want to mention is the process that I'm using here is very simple, okay? I have 4 patterns that I look at. So first thing, watch list is number 1. I have a watch list that I put out every morning. On the watch list, process number 2 is I'm looking for one of these 4 patterns to set up. Number 3, once I see the pattern set up, it's very simple. I'll run Einstein. It will calculate for me what the highest probability target, price target, is going to be. Every single one of these targets have to be over 70% in order for me to be interested in it, all right? So I may have several different patterns that all set up at the same time. I may have an HF1 may have an HF2. I may also have an HF1 set up on a different time frame. All right, if that's the case, it may provide me with a higher target. So the question is, what target do I want to get out? It depends on how long I want to hold the trade. A lot of times, a higher target may take longer to hit in terms of how long I want to stay in it. All right. What I am looking at is I would like to see these higher targets hit fairly quickly. If they are not, it's up to you whether you want to hold it and go for and hold out and go for a higher target, or if you want to go for a shorter target, a lower target, and take your profits pretty quickly. Me being a scalper, I'm going to look at what happens when it hits target number 1. If it looks like it's going to continue up, I may hold it and try to get more, maybe go for target number 2 or 3. If it looks like it may start to slow down and I see maybe we see a lot of selling coming in, I may go ahead and just get out and take my profit on target number 1. All right, so that's pretty much what I did here on this particular trade here on NOTV. All right, so how did we do? We had a lot of trades today, so let's look and see how we did on our other stocks. All right, so overall results: short the gold, short the mini Russell. All right, that was all I took. Made 908. Also came in on the stocks. Once again, keep in mind YANG. You're not going to see it here because it's being carried overnight. I'm showing you the closed out trades. UVIX carrying overnight, not a closed out trade. All right. TXRX, third trade of the day, was closed out trade. That was my best trade. Also traded NOTV in the afternoon. Really nice trade on NOTV, afternoon trade. Also traded PRFX, EVLO, GRRR, and XXII. All right, all just in and out scalps. And so overall I had a really nice day. So we're going to see how we do on YANG, UVIX. Keep an eye on that in the morning. Also, if you would like to join me in the morning, all these trades, okay, some trigger in that first 30 minutes. If you do, you're going to be able to see that as a non-subscriber. Past, as soon as we get into close to the opening bell, I do switch over to our subscribers, and we continue to trade in the Discord channel live. I share my charts. If you would like to be a part of that, it's only $50 a month. We'll give you my morning watch list. I'll give you my afternoon watch list. I have trades that I carry overnight. All that can be seen on the website. On my website, Innovative Trading Strategies. All of these, you'll be able to watch me trade. I give you all of my entries, all of my exits, all of my profit targets. Once again, as I should mention, never follow anybody blindly. The purpose of watching me trade is not to follow me blindly, but to understand the process, all right? I will teach you the process if you would like to see it, or if you just want to watch me trade live and see what stocks I'm trading and how I'm trading, you can certainly do that. It's only $50 a month. But if you're interested in if you're a serious trader, then you probably want to purchase the package where I'm going to teach you everything. I'm going to teach you how I arrive at these patterns, why they work, and I'm also going to teach you Einstein. Remember, Einstein, all these patterns have been around for over 35 years, so it's a solid tool for any trader to use. These are not, once again, I want to stress, these are not publicly available tools, all right? I designed these tools. These are the only ones, the only tools that I use, and also they are not publicly available. I am the only one using them. What is the advantage to that? Well, you don't have other million people trying to trade off the same buys and sells, all right? So a lot of people like to use in support and resistance, but also support and resistance is subjective. It takes a long learning curve to know how to use support and resistance, all right? This process is easy. This is great for first-time traders, even if you're an experienced trader. I've had traders come in and use this that have been around for 20 years and have done very well by just incorporating Einstein. So keep that in mind. So this is an easy process to learn. I can teach you this process and speed up your learning curve. Or if you want to go ahead and try the traditional way where you're looking at support and resistance and moving averages and all that other crazy stuff, you can do that. But I promise you, your learning curve is going to be a lot longer and you're going to lose a ton of money because in cases, most of that stuff does not work, all right, because you're constantly having to change it. The beauty of what I do is every single one of these patterns and Einstein work in all markets. So I don't have to worry about whether an HF1 buy is in a stock, or if it's in a commodity, or if it's in Forex, or Bitcoin. It doesn't matter. Patterns are the same because people's behaviors are the same. That's why these work. Same with Einstein. Einstein is based on physics, and that's why Einstein will continue to work, because it's based on the law of physics. I explain all of that if you want to get into the details. If not, you just want to follow me, you can do that. It's only $50 a month to join Discord, and you will have access to my morning and afternoon watch list. Also throw in the overnight trades, so you can watch those trades I put in at night, get out the following day, and yeah, so if that's what you would like to do, you can do that as well. Okay, so that is going to be it for today. We will go ahead and wrap this up. We'll be here first thing Friday. Doing it one more time. Be careful on Friday. Typically mornings were okay. We'll just have to wait and see what the market looks like, whether we're going to trade further into the afternoon or not. All right? Y'all have a good night. See you tomorrow.